Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the go-home edition of NXT, and we are starting off with a little bounciness with Javion Evans. Last week here on NXT, we had a matchup between Logan Paul and Javion Evans. It was a back-and-forth matchup early, but Logan Paul essentially almost knocking out Javion Evans at ringside and could not answer the 10 count. Logan Paul was talking some trash, was going to issue an open challenge for this week, and he said, hey, you know, Javion, if you want to accept it once again, I will gladly put you down. And Javion's like, hey, you know what, I'll gladly accept that. And how about this time around, we make it a no count out, and let's see if you can actually beat me in a one-on-one contest without you relying on a count-out victory. And Logan Paul said, you know what? If you want me to embarrass you not only this week, but this current week right now, I will gladly do it. So we'll see how this matchup is going to fare for everybody tonight in this matchup. I mean, Logan Paul, he's going to talk his trash no matter what. And coming up this Saturday, live, it will be NXT Spring Break-In. Logan Paul challenges for the NXT Championship. Last week he laid out Kenny Omega after his matchup with Ethan Page with the Kenny Omega rare loss. And it wasn't just a normal beatdown. It was a pretty brutal beatdown. Logan Paul beat him down here at ringside, probably right exactly where that spot where he was just standing, and beat him down at ringside and even put him through a wooden table. So we'll see how it is. We're being told Kenny Omega is just fine, some scrapes and bruises, but he will be 100% walking in to NXT Spring Break-In coming in this Saturday. Alright, here we go. Referee rings the bell. Here we go. Let's see if Logan Paul can defeat the bouncy one, the young OG, Javion Evans. We saw some potential last week in that one-on-one contest. Let's see if he can build and overcome what Logan Paul did to him last week here. Oh, what a knee strike to the temple. Not the easiest thing to take, but I can surely tell you it's going to be something that Logan Paul's going to have to adjust, because he's going to see a lot of knees from Kenny Omega. So this is almost like a compare-contrast similarities between Javion and Kenny Omega. Is now Paul going to look to DDT? Oh my goodness. Right in the middle of that apron, ladies and gentlemen. And I think, it looks like Javion Evans is busted wide open, ladies and gentlemen. We're barely into this matchup at the moment. And back inside the ring we go. Logan Paul going to look to put the finishing pieces of this match away. And maybe it's knockout time for Logan Paul. Maybe it's time to put him away. And it looks like he's going to pinfall here early on in the matchup. Is this enough? 2. Oh, at least close to a 2, but just a 1 count, referee is saying. He has a better angle than I do from the announce table over here, but dang. Javion Evans is going to have to try and do something quickly. Didn't get all of that springboard moonsault, but enough to take out Logan Paul and get the momentum, try to at least get that momentum sided back to him in this corner. And could you imagine an NXT landscape with the likes of Logan Paul at the top of it? Like, how crazy would that be? It's a big stomp there to the midsection there of Logan Paul. Logan Paul trying to get himself back in this matchup, showing that spring and agility, and what a gut punch. Takes all that breath out of you real quickly. And now Logan Paul with a big splash to the ribs there, takes down Javion Evans. And again, hey, it worked once, why not do it twice? Work on those ribs. You got to make sure Javion Evans is not running around in this matchup. And right now, Logan Paul's doing his thing. Back and forth we go. Both men trying to figure out what they want to do at this opportune time. It's right on that neck area, man. And I can tell you, from experience with some of these wrestlers when we watched them train, they don't take that move lightly, especially in that neck area. It causes breathing issues. And you can see Logan Paul, he's attacking those knees right now. He's trying to dissect Javion Evans, and a little bit of a kip up. Javion Evans realizes he's in a bad spot, and another running knee to the bridge of the nose, and then a stomp. This is what Evans is going to need to do if he wants to get himself back in this matchup. Nice throw there from Evans. Also tonight, ladies and gentlemen, we have big fatal four-way match. A little preview of the 8-woman ladder match that we'll be seeing the introduction of the women's North American Championship big time matchup. Cannot wait to see it. 4 competitors in tonight's matchup is Thea Hale, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, and Blair Davenport. Can't wait to see that tonight, as well as got Tony D'Angelo, your NXT North American Champion. He's in action against Rey Mysterio, as well as Charlotte Flair. We haven't not seen her in a while. She takes on Trish Stratus as Javion Evans with that springboard clothesline, taking down Logan Paul, but a kip up from Logan. Logan Paul gonna make him pay. But a big matchup, Trish versus Charlotte Flair tonight in your main event of the evening. What's Logan Paul thinking? Another splash? No. Taking too much time there, and both men are at a stalemate. Javion Evans, here we go. Feeling a little bouncy. Big twisting of that turning power bomb. Not going to go for the pinfall, surprisingly. Into a jumping knee strike. And now Evans, high risk, high reward situation. What a moonsault from the young OG. Is this enough to pick up a massive win here? No, 2.5. So close from the young man. And look at Javion Evans. He's fired up, as he should be. He has the momentum. He has the #1 contender right where he wants him. Irish whip back and forth. Going for that gut punch again. Evans saw it coming. Here we go. Evans again with that springboard. Didn't get all of it, but it could be enough to pick up a massive win over Logan Paul. 1, 2. Oh, so close. And Evans could not believe it. The shock and awe on that young man's face. He's trying to decide what he needs to do. What can he do to put away Logan Paul at this moment? Could be the future NXT champion is Logan Paul. And look at Logan Paul rolling out the ring. Evans, he's like, hey, I know where you're going. I'm not stupid. And now Evans is going to look to dissect. Javion Evans is looking to dissect Logan Paul there, as he should. This is a no count out matchup. Anything goes in the terms of anything can go at ringside, all over the place, as long as we get that result inside this very ring. Swinging neck breaker there. That is not going to feel good, especially outside here. And these guys continue to battle out a lot better than what we saw last week. I mean, especially with this matchup, a lot of potential. And for the match to end in a count out, it's very unfortunate. As Logan Paul just attacking the middle of that back, even the ribs, trying to slow him down. And look, a skull-crushing finale from Logan Paul. And Paul no. Gonna go high risk here. Logan Paul, oh my goodness, turning it into a shade of like a neck breaker. Logan Paul putting it all on the line tonight. He's looking to shut up Javion Evans here. He said he was looking to embarrass Javion Evans, and certainly both of these guys have gone back and forth. And now, what is on Logan Paul's mind? Is he looking to finish the matchup? Big 5-star frog splash from Logan. Is that enough? 2, 3. Yes, it is. It was a banger of a matchup to kick us off here on NXT. But Logan Paul showing you why he is a threat to the NXT Championship, and very well could be walking out of the NXT Championship at NXT Spring Break-In. Well, Logan. I gotta give it to you. Hell of a match. You backed up your talk. You talked the talk. You walked the walk tonight. But the thing is, can you do the exact same thing this Saturday live at NXT Spring Break-In? This is going to be the biggest match of your whole entire lives. I've had these type of matches all over the world, so I'm experienced, and I know what the hell I'm doing in the middle of this ring. I know what my future holds, but do you? What happens when Logan Paul loses? Does he go back to his social media, his YouTube, whatever the hell you want to call it, back to being irrelevant? And what happens when Logan Paul wins, huh? How does that look like? Are you going to barely be here whatsoever? Are you going to be a fighting champion? That is something a lot of us would like to know, since you are not from this wrestling world. I guess we'll have to wait and find out this Saturday at NXT Spring Break-In, but since you've been liking to get extreme over this past month, I've been thinking what type of matches we could introduce ourselves to. We could have a no holds barred and Extreme Rules match. We could do all sorts of different things, but there's a match that we've never had here in the Universe Mode's history, and that's something called an ambulance match for the NXT Championship. And I just got done talking to NXT General Manager Adam Pearce about that very match, an ambulance match, and he was A-okay with it. So I can officially tell you this, Logan. It is going to be me and you for that NXT Championship, but in no ordinary match. It will be on the line in an ambulance match. The winner has to fully throw them into the back of the ambulance with both doors closing to officially win the matchup, and I find that so easy to do, especially with you. I know it's going to be hard hitting. There's going to be all sorts of weapons introduced in this match. Anything goes, but I can tell you this: you will be hearing, and still, your NXT champion, Kenny Omega. Good night, Logan. I'll see you this Saturday. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Big news coming out of that matchup we just saw between Javion Evans and Logan Paul. Big win for Logan Paul. Certainly a match that we got what it was built up to be. It was supposed to be like that last week. It didn't turn out that way. Big showing for Javion Evans as well. Potential is through the roof, but now we turn ourselves to some women's action. Like we mentioned before, a little bit of a preview of that 8-woman ladder match to see who will be the first ever women's NXT North American champion. A lot of big names have held the men's NXT North American Championship throughout the years, but now it is time to introduce the stuff for the women. And you're starting to see it slowly but surely go out on all the main rosters. You're seeing NXT introduce it. You're seeing Raw introducing the Intercontinental Championship. You're seeing SmackDown eventually going to be walking out the United States Championship to their rosters. We'll find more out about how they're going to be doing it as well. Being told they're going to be doing a tournament as well, but we'll see if they kind of do what Raw did or if they'll be changing it up. We'll see some other time, but here we go. Big fatal 4-way. And from Chase University, Thea Hale. You've seen her briefly here in the series, looking to get herself more opportunities. Can you imagine if Chase University's own Thea Hale be able to walk out the championship, take that back to the classroom? So many learning experiences that Mr. Chase can really showcase and really teach Thea Hale. We'll see if the likes of Duke Hudson can help her out as well. She seems like she's very fired up for a college girl, it seems like, but certainly you don't let the looks of her, being run around doing whatever, take away what she's going to be able to bring in the middle of this ring. This is a fatal 4-way. Anything can happen. Big opportunity for all 4 of these women tonight to build some momentum into that big ladder matchup. Because, it's going to be right place, right time. It's going to be a long matchup, I can tell you this. People are going to be going through all sorts of things. Ladders, maybe even tables, barricades, everything you can think of. And now here comes Blair Davenport. She's had some big matches here in NXT with the likes of Makito Satomura and some other women as well in the NXT UK division that we had merged with NXT. Looking for that opportunity to shine, have her own breakout moment. Certainly, it's that movement of women that's certainly getting their opportunities. You could honestly say the men are starting to lose out on opportunities, which is not necessarily a bad thing. You know, you're having these divisions step up. You're having these attention grabbers from these women, which is a good thing. But there's a lot of big things coming in all women's divisions. Raw, NXT, SmackDown. It's a great thing to see. And also, we're at NXT Spring Break, and we're going to see the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships coming back with the numbers that we have. We've had the tournament and everything, and now it's going to be Natalya and Tamina taking on Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart. The winner become the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions. It's great to see the division coming back. For the longest time, we've been having the Women's Tag Team Championships all across 3 brands. Now it will just be on 2 brands, Raw and SmackDown, while the NXT Women's Tag Team Champions come back. And now here comes JC Jane. Herself and Gigi Dolan in a bitter rivalry had a Extreme Rules matchup a while back with JC Jane getting the upper hand. But when we talked to Gigi Dolan, she said, "Oh heck no, we are far from over between herself and JC Jane." So from what we expect, I mean, we're definitely gonna see some more JC and Gigi, and if one of them happen to win the championship this Saturday, I mean, you could only imagine how those two are gonna act to each other. They're definitely gonna want to get some opportunities at the championship. Both those women from that Toxic Attraction group. Mandy Rose would come back for a little bit, then would disperse. We'll see if she ever comes back or not. As here we go. Gigi Dolan, Thea Hale from Chase University, Blair Davenport, and JC Jane, who walks out victorious in this big fatal 4-way matchup, looking to get some momentum heading in to that big matchup this Saturday. And we certainly have ourselves a big card. Oh wait, look at them steal a victory here early. Could you imagine, not even a minute into this matchup, JC Jane able to take out somebody? That'd been crazy. But certainly, like we mentioned, a big card coming up for NXT Spring Break, and we just heard the news that Adam Pearce talked to Kenny Omega. Omega wanted to make it an ambulance match, a first ever matchup for the whole series. We haven't seen that for Raw or SmackDown ever. First time we're ever seeing it, and it's going to be an NXT. Absolutely massive. Logan Paul, Kenny Omega, first time ever ambulance match for the NXT Championship. That is going to be amazing. Also, the NXT North American Championship is going to be on the line. Tony D'Angelo defends against Carlito from the LWO. And like we already mentioned, the Women's North American Championship will be introduced. Going on to the NXT Tag Team Championship match, you got the Undisputed Era defending up against the New Day. Should be a hell of a matchup there. Also, Chad Gable versus MJF. Going to be a back and forth matchup there, I can tell you that. Gable's going to look to put the scumbag down, looking to beat MJF. This would be a massive win for Chad Gable, and certainly where Chad Gable wants to stay or get himself to the main event picture. But also for MJF, he's looking to stay in the top of the main event picture right now. And one of the top guys here in NXT. We'll see how that goes. As now Gigi Dolan, JC Jane going back at it here. You could cut the tension with a knife between these two. As look at Thea Hale, okay. Right onto the kendo stick. That's why she didn't try to go for a pinfall off that. Also, the NXT Women's Championship, ladies and gentlemen, is on the line as Tiffany Stratton. She'll be defending her NXT Women's Championship against Tiffany Stratton. Certainly going to be a heck of a matchup. I cannot wait to see how that matchup goes. Certainly a dream match of sorts. We'll see how that fares as well. And like we already mentioned, the NXT Women's Tag Team Championship matchup, Tegan Nox and Shotzi Blackheart taking on Natalya and Tamina. as Thea Hale looking to go for an exploder suplex in the corner. JC Jane did not want any of that. And now, Gigi Dolan, Blair Davenport working together briefly. But Gigi Dolan swinging for the fences. We're going to go for an early pinfall attempt in this matchup. Will this be enough? Strong kick out. But with all these matches, I mean, there's a little bit of variety when it comes to some of these matches, which is always a good thing to have a little bit of variety. Pinfall. Gigi Dolan here going to look to pick up a win, but no big kick out. Referee a little bit slow in that moment, letting JC Jane at least get back into it momentarily. Is anyone's match to win? Oh, JC Jane with a backhand. Look at this natural selection. What is she, Charlotte Flair out here? Pinfall, but Thea Hale breaks it up quickly. Talking about Charlotte Flair, we have not seen her for a good while. And now we're going to see Charlotte in a one-on-one contest with Trish. Obviously, we saw Charlotte part of the triple threat matchup against Trish and Lita, where Trish would walk out victorious. But certainly when it comes to singles action, we haven't seen Charlotte getting those opportunities, which normally you would expect a woman of Charlotte's capacity in the terms of what Trish does, or I should say what Charlotte brings to the table. Like her or hate her, both women going for big kicks to the face. That didn't work out, but certainly we'll see how Charlotte fares tonight against the WWE Hall of Famer in the main event as Trish gets ready for Tiffany Stratton. Oh, nice enziguri to the shoulder. I don't know if she was trying to aim for the head, but certainly at least got something going there. Ooh, what a headshot there from Gigi Dolan. And another one to Thea Hale. 2-for-1 specials nightly here on the NXT brand. As it looks like Blair Davenport looking to... Ooh, she's grabbing a kendo stick. This ain't gonna be good. Big kick there. And oh my goodness, throwing that kendo stick. Ooh, but then landing on the steel chair was JC Jane. And it very well could be one of these four women, ladies and gentlemen, that will be walking out with that Women's NXT North American Championship. Do you guys have a certain one that you guys are cheering for in this type of matchup? Is Thea Hale going to go for the pinfall attempt? This could be all she wrote, but a strong kick out. Because we have these four women, we'll just go ahead and name all the women that's in the matchup, just in case you guys are relatively new to hearing about this matchup. So in this NXT Women's North American Championship, you have Roxanne Perez, Cora Jade, Gigi Dolan, JC Jane, Thea Hale, Fallon Henley, Blair Davenport, and Selena Vega. Oh my goodness, that kendo stick just exploding over the back. Thea Hale just trying to stay in this matchup as much as possible at this moment. I mean, certainly there's a lot of potential, and especially there's women in this matchup that have done all sorts of things here in NXT, from winning the NXT Women's Championship, winning the NXT Women's Tag Team Championships, all sorts of different things. As Blair Davenport, big maneuver. JC Jane gonna look to break it up though, and she does, keeping the matchup going. That was the opportunity JC Jane, or I should say Blair Davenport, needed. But now it is Thea Hale with the momentum. She has all these women down. JC getting back up to her feet. Here we go. This could be the time that Thea Hale needs. Oh, nice big time arm toss takedown there from Thea Hale. Oh no, but you gotta have eyes behind your head, kid. That could be a knockout blow, is it? One. Oh, just a strong one count there. You never know with those headshots. Or I know it's more of a back shot of the chair, but still, I mean, that could be a knockout blow one of these times. Blair Davenport looking to go back to work in that corner, but JC Jane's like, no ma'am, that is not going to happen on my watch. As she connects with a headshot. Down goes Blair. Pinfall opportunity, trying to use everything in her power to pick up a massive win. Oh, so close. Blair Davenport, the very last second, keeps herself in this matchup. Gigi Dolan looking to make make her pay. Now she just took Blair Davenport's maneuver. I mean, we've seen Gigi pull out all sorts of different maneuvers, but she has to take someone else's. That's perfectly fine as well. As, oh no, let's stomp on the elbow. As, oh, Thea Hale. She going for a Kimura lock. Referee getting kicked in the face inadvertently. I believe Gigi was trying to stop the submission hold there, and unfortunately for a referee, getting kicked in the dome, and he'll be sleeping right now. And, I mean, this is a no disqualification matchup, so obviously you won't be getting disqualified. That as Gigi Dolan again, big time maneuver, looking to pick up a win. 2, 3, Gigi Dolan picks up the win, and Dolan getting that momentum heading into the event, but she's going to have to climb that ladder and take down the NXT Women's North American Championship. Can Gigi Dolan do it? I have a lot of confidence in her, but can she do it? Good luck to you, Gigi. You're going to need it. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is a non-title matchup. It is going to be Tony D'Angelo taking on this man, WWE Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. And for this matchup, the tension has been real between both sides, the LWO and the D'Angelo family. So this matchup tonight will be a, obviously no count-out matchup, but both sides are banned from ringside. So Rey Mysterio versus Tony D'Angelo straight up one-on-one. And coming up this Saturday, D'Angelo will be defending his North American Championship against the LWO's own Carlito. A man that certainly has been in this business for a good while, spit in the face of people who are not cool, and we're going to see if Carlito can take that NXT North American Championship this Saturday. And certainly Carlito has every chance possible to do just that, as there he is, ladies and gentlemen, the Don of NXT, your North American champion, Tony D'Angelo. That man that is willing to do anything in his power, lie, cheat, steal his way to keeping that NXT North American Championship. And there for the longest time, the crowd loved him, but he started going towards a different light in the terms of how he wanted to operate his business, and fans aren't really amused with how he's doing that. But the Don doesn't care. He's got family, and that's all that matters at the end of the day. You got Stacks, and you got Baron Corbin, a part of the family. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Tony D'Angelo and Rey Mysterio one-on-one here, live on the Go Home show of NXT. Can D'Angelo pick up a big win here? Matchup is official, and then D'Angelo coming right out of the gate. And now D'Angelo, oh my goodness, nice maneuver there early. Pinfall opportunity. Can he steal one early? No. For Rey Mysterio, former Raw Tag Team Champion, former United States Champion. The man hasn't won the big championship here in Universe Mode just yet, but certainly, you know, anything is possible for the Hall of Famer Rey Mysterio. Obviously last year with Rey Mysterio creating this LWO group, Santos Escobar forming Legado del Fantasma with the LWO. Obviously, like we said, Rey Mysterio walking out with the tag team titles with Santos Escobar briefly for a little bit before ultimately dropping them. But there's a lot of potential with this group. A lot of big names in this group as Rey Mysterio just trying to wrench in on Tony D'Angelo. Angelo able to slip out of it, and let's see what Angelo can start here. Just the power of that big time Irish whip gets Rey Mysterio outside the ring, and just like that, D'Angelo with a big flying elbow strike there. And this matchup is really going to test D'Angelo in the terms of not only the speed and agility, but obviously with a WWE Hall of Famer like Rey Mysterio. Carlito's going to be like that. My guess would be maybe one day with what he's brought to the business. But certainly, I think just having that familiarness of trying to see what the LWO brings, you're going to see a lot of what Carlito's going to be bringing to the table through Rey Mysterio. Maybe without the flying around and everything, but still. As Rey Mysterio, Hurricane Rana takes down Mr. D'Angelo. And right into the steel steps. That is not going to be feeling too good. And now to the other side we go. Mysterio not liking that side. And there's a lot of stuff that apparently D'Angelo wants to accomplish here in his career. Certainly every superstar should be that way. As Mysterio going to go for the pinfall, trying to steal a victory here early on. I don't know what all of those big plans are just yet, especially for the family, but certainly I would assume, my guess, championships galore. I mean, certainly would love to have the whole group have championships. You never know with Tony D'Angelo what his mindset is when it comes to certain things. More than likely, what I just said would probably be 70% accurate. You'd probably want the whole family to have some gold around their waist, but certainly there's probably some other accomplishments besides championships that they want to endure here in WWE. D'Angelo, Rey Mysterio's trying to get out of it. He does briefly with that drop kick to the knee. Let's see if Mysterio can speed up this matchup and get it in the favor of what he wants to. Oh goodness, what a basement drop kick right to the temple. Spinning heel kick right to the ribs. Here we go. Mysterio has him right where he wants him. Is it time? 5-star frog splash misses, and yep, there we go. That's the Don. He's surely loving what he just did. And now it could be game over. The Don looking to put away Mysterio here. Here we go. Don has him up. Down goes Mysterio. Pinfall. Shoulders are down. 1, 2. No, Mysterio kicks out at 2.5. D'Angelo has to be careful. I mean, you cannot allow Rey Mysterio to recuperate, get himself back in this matchup. You got to stay on the Hall of Famer. Now D'Angelo, high risk, high reward situation. Here we go. Off the top rope, and he hits the frog splash, unlike Mysterio moments ago. 2. No, and Mysterio kicks out as well. What a back and forth matchup. As D'Angelo just taking it in right now. He has the momentum. He's talking all that trash. But like I said, you cannot allow Rey to get himself back in this matchup. As look at these kidney punches right into a big suplex. Mysterio trying to roll out of the ring there, ladies and gentlemen. But D'Angelo right there. He has the momentum, and he has Mysterio right where he wants him. And of course, as soon as I say that, Mysterio tosses him over by the barricade. And Mysterio, what is he thinking? Oh my goodness, a Canadian destroyer right next to our announce table, ladies and gentlemen. And now Mysterio gonna go to work right next to that steel chair. He has to be careful not to use the actual steel chair, but certainly Mysterio gets himself back in this matchup. D'Angelo has himself in trouble here. Could this be the moment Mysterio needs to pick up a win over the NXT North American Champion? Oh, big DDT. There you go, Rey. Was that DDT enough? I mean, certainly it could have helped with that Canadian destroyer at ringside. Oh, no. Tony D'Angelo kicks out just at 2.5. And Tony, I don't think he knows where he's at as he gets hit with another DDT. Mysterio, high risk, high reward situation, 5-star frog splash. He hit all of it that time. Pinfall, 2, 3. He's done it. Rey Mysterio has done it. He is knocked off the NXT North American Champion. Big win for Rey Mysterio tonight, ladies and gentlemen, representing the LWO at its best. And we'll see, maybe this will be the scene Saturday with Carlito winning the championship. And now, ladies and gentlemen, it is main event time live here in Orlando, Florida, where the #1 contender to the NXT Women's Championship, Trish Stratus, goes one-on-one with Charlotte Flair. And by the time Charlotte Flair ever decides to retire and put her boots away, she is bound to be a Hall of Famer. She's won the Raw Women's Championship. She's won the SmackDown Women's Championship. The only championships that she's only, I guess she hasn't technically won, is the NXT Championship. And she hasn't gone off after the Women's Tag Team Championships either, but I think as of right now, she's focused on the main championships. And I don't know who would want to team up with her with how she rolls. She's like the Kevin Owens of this division. Do you really trust her? But tonight, Charlotte Flair, big main event, big time stage for Charlotte Flair. She's won the big ones like we've mentioned, but now she's going up against a WWE Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus, in the main event. It's going to be one-on-one. With a win over Trish Stratus, maybe it's a little preview of the future. If Trish Stratus wins the NXT Women's Championship, Charlotte will probably be bound to be next in line for that championship. But if the undefeated Tiffany Stratton continues her way of things, maybe it could be Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton for that NXT Women's Championship. It's a lot of big names on this roster, a lot of young names as well. So certainly with Charlotte being that one of those main top women in this division, certainly Charlotte could be taking over the future of this brand and have those women go through her possibly. As here comes the WWE Hall of Famer, Trish Stratus, former women's tag team champion here in the series with Lita. And now Trish comes not only tonight looking for a big win over Charlotte Flair, but looking to become the NXT Women's Champion at NXT Spring Breakin'. Imagine how big that would be. The WWE Hall of Famer coming back. You never know how long certain Hall of Famers are back for. Seems like she wants to be here for, for at least a good chunk of time. And if she could knock off Tiffany Stratton, how much that would add to her legacy as a woman here in the whole I guess you could say overall here in WWE. Just the being able to build on her legacy, that'd be a great thing to see for Trish Stratus. But here we go, massive main event, Charlotte, Trish, next. Referee has officially rung the bell. Thank you so much, referee. And here we go. Trish coming right after Charlotte. We saw a little bit of this matchup weeks ago in the part of that triple threat #1 contenders matchup with Trish, Lita, and Charlotte. Trish ultimately getting the win ultimately. Let's see how these two women fare it out. I mean, certainly there's been comparisons to both of these women just in the terms of what they have accomplished in their careers. Very dominant women, especially Charlotte. But right now, Trish is taking Charlotte to the woodshed early on here, taking the fight. And so as soon as I say that, big kick in the face of those long legs of Charlotte. Gonna toss her in the corner, a big chop. Crowd wooing all the way with her. And right there, just wrenching right there on that left arm. And again, big chops to the chest, taking down Trish. But Trish, that adrenaline's got to be flowing through her, able to fight back. And here we go with those kicks and chops. Missing that drop kick, though, ultimately. Oh, and a big chop punch. Here we go again for Charlotte now. Looking to just decimate Trish Stratus. There's that cocky confidence coming right out of Charlotte Flair, working on that left leg. And you could see there from Trish there, she was trying to get that left knee, that left leg kind of figured out there. It seemed like maybe Charlotte maybe tweaked that leg, and now she's looking to go ham now. Ooh, working on that big knee. This is not what Trish wants. She does not want Charlotte starting going on a rampage. And again, focusing on that left leg. Could set up a figure 8 leg lock later on tonight when she bridges out of that figure 4. And look at Trish. A little bit of an eye rake. And certainly going to need all she needs when she faces off with a woman, one of the dirtiest players in the game, that being Charlotte Flair. Look at these haymakers from Charlotte Flair, just taking out the legs, man. Pinfall opportunity. Will this be enough? Strong kick out from Trish. And Charlotte's like, okay, I see how you are. Uh-oh, where's Trish thinking? In the corner. Oh, look at this. Okay, I've never seen that from Charlotte Flair. Little wrinkle into the playbook, but it was not enough. I've never seen Charlotte hit that maneuver, ladies and gentlemen, pulling out all sorts of different things. Uh-oh, Charlotte. High risk, high reward situation. Here we go, flying cross body. She sure as hell got all of that. And Trish right now is in trouble. Certainly not what Trish wants to have. Just days away from her big challenging of the NXT Women's Championship. Going for a punch, but Trish a little bit faster in that exchange. Big chop. Look at those chops from Trish. Charlotte not going to back down. She built up this whole match of getting back in this matchup, and she is not going to want to end it right there. It's a, oh goodness, what a brutal suplex right on the mat outside here, man. That is one hell of a suplex. And again, Trish trying to stay in this matchup as well. Back and forth, both women on top of their game. Trish needs a win. Charlotte needs a win. Who wants it the most, ladies and gentlemen? Oh, just, ooh, goodness. Imagine a back rake like that, especially with if she has nails. Oh, what a clothesline there from Trish. She's all fired up here. This is Trish's match to win at this moment. Back in the ring we go. Can Trish put her away? Charlotte back up to her feet. Here we go. Good natural selection out of nowhere. Is that enough to put her away? 1, 2, 3. Charlotte steals a victory tonight live in NXT in the main event. Trish didn't realize she was going to get back up to her feet so closely or so quickly. And Charlotte Flair gets a win that she needs, certainly on the road to future NXT events, especially with Spring Breakin' in the future. Big win for Charlotte Flair tonight. And oh, this is convenient. Tiffany Stratton happens to be coming through the crowd. Trish Stratus still out here. So recovering from that. Candlestick happens to be out. I don't know if it just rolled out from underneath there. But now Tiffany Stratton going to work on Trish Stratus now. Can't be saying I'm surprised. Tiffany Stratton knows how big of a threat Trish Stratus is to that NXT Women's Championship. And if she can make sure that this matchup is easy peasy for her, she will make sure that it happens. And now, oh my goodness, big axe handle there from the champion, looking to decimate the number 1 contender, to make sure that she doesn't make it to NXT Spring Breakin' in just days' time. As now it's time for that corkscrew maneuver there. Brutal maneuver there from Tiffany Stratton, ladies and gentlemen. Certainly something you hate to see, ladies and gentlemen, but Tiffany Stratton gets the upper hand tonight here, and certainly she very well could be the next NXT, or I should say she should be retaining the NXT Women's Championship. And look at, just pointing at the crowd, yelling at the crowd, but Tiffany Stratton gets the upper hand tonight. Tiffany Stratton knows exactly what she's doing. And wait a minute, here comes Charlotte. Here comes Charlotte, sending a message to the NXT Women's Champion, Tiffany Stratton. thought she got the upper hand tonight, but Charlotte sending a message that she wants that NXT Women's Championship. She believes that she's the top woman, and why not once, but twice? Natural selection from Charlotte Flair, and Charlotte gets the upper hand tonight to end NXT.